Hey, what's going on there? So I didn't even, it's after the fact. So I was watching the forum for the Tippman group, and I was like, oh, you know what? I should probably go up and clean mine because it hasn't been cleaned in a while. And so I came upstairs and kind of after the fact thought about, you know what? Maybe I should have recorded that. And mine's in pieces now, so sorry. So I have an M4 Tippman, a little bit modified. Do apologize. You guys know how to break it into two pieces. I just got done cleaning the bolt. Mine's a little bit older. It's the MMSA model, which I think was Metal Madness Shooting Sports Associate, whatever. Yeah, mine was an early one. So I had this bolt in it. I cleaned it. I did put a new extractor on it at one point. Because she done shot out. I was gonna do a video at one point in time how to change that out, but somebody covered that, so we're good. And mine's new, so I cover it. I switch back and forth. I'm using Hoppies today. I've used let's see, Pro 7. Yeah, I use that on a lot of things. And I use a lot of carb cleaner too. So yeah, might give you cancer. I don't know. So yeah, obviously I've tried my hand at hydro dip. Yeah, turned out okay. I like it. I just got tired of showing up all the time and seeing all black rifles. And then I did the stock. This was for the Smith & Wesson, what is that, the 22, yeah, whatever it is. Because big fat guy, get my face down on the stock because these are so, yeah, whatever. So, yeah, anyways, so I'm just cleaning it right now. This does have a almost tactical. I'm probably, I'm not actually going to pull that out because it's fairly clean. This one has a ton of miles on it though. But yeah, you know what? I'll put the trigger gauge on it for you guys just so you can see it and see what how bad it is or how good it is. It's still a great trigger, especially for competition. So yeah. So yeah, I know this is a little bit upside down for you guys, but I'm gonna cover put that bolt in the middle. It's not a great trigger. It's a decent drop in though. I mean, the price was right at the time when I did it. Yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. All right. Well, not all's perfect. Guess I should have set the. And take two. Here we go. Ouch. All right. Well, I'll flip that around in post, but that is 3 point. We'll call it 3.75. It's a nice clean take up, etc., etc. It's flat face trigger. At the time, I think all the springs and hardware, everything else, I want to say this trigger was like $80. You can see the take up and break. There we go. And yeah, exactly the same. So pretty consistent. I will say this with the Tippman and my PCC, not all those will accept the drop-in. So, you got to be careful. I tried a few drop-ins They're not exactly milled the same as many of you have experienced so far. So a lot of times you have to go to an assembly and put them in yourselves, which is fine. So there's LaRue, there's a lot of options out there for you. You can do your own. You want to do a 2-stage, you want to do a single stage. This worked out great for me with doing Steel Challenge. I do like this trigger. And again, as you can see there, the take up is fairly minimal. And then a bit of creep, boop, drop. But don't forget, this is Steel Challenge gun. So, I mean, most of it's point, shoot, yanking the trigger. So I think that's pretty fair. Just going to scrub this down a little bit real quick. You guys probably don't need to watch all this. I got some Q-tips, got some dental picks, and I'll go in on this. Actually, my son used to, before he went into the service, and now he's in the Air Force, used to play in the band and had a saxophone. And no, he doesn't anymore. And we bought him all sorts of tools to clean his saxophone. And seeing how he doesn't anymore, some of those tools come in pretty handy now to clean this. And I guess as they come up, I'll jump back in and show you as I use them. So yeah, just going through here, and I'll clean this out. And if there's something of interest, I'll come back to you. But I think when we're done, I'll throw the suppressor on here, 30 cal, obviously, and take a couple shots and let it back in, and we'll go from there. So here's a couple of those things that I picked up over the course, right? So this right here, I think he used these to clean out valves and stuff like that. So it's like painter's brush, which you could use a painter's brush. And on this end, it's just a little cylindrical brush. It's cool. Then I have an assortment of picks. Yeah, that one I bent because I had to reach around things. Yeah, but and instead of taking the whole barrel off and the entire action apart, I can reach around and get in there and do what I need to do. The other thing I did, hold on. So instead of having a compressor up in my gun room, because a little compressor is always a nice thing. And I have a compressor downstairs in my garage. Is I have a CO2 tank, and I rigged this up, and this is mostly for when I go off-roading because we do that. But I have a CO2 tank. It's just I go get it refilled by the local welding shop. I don't know. It's like hold on. It's like $20 every time I get it refilled. And my big Jeep that we take off-roading has 42-inch swampers on it or something like that. I can literally fill those tires from 0 up to, I don't know, 20 pounds or something like that to get off and on the trailer, or rebeat them if I have to. Like 8 times off that one 20-pound bottle. And I know they sell that stuff online, and there's all sorts of cool stuff for that. But this I put the regulator, which I think I bought on Amazon. I bought a tank so I could exchange it. I put the curly hose on it, which is rated for 150 pounds. I put a quick connect on it. Harbor Freight. Then I mean, if it's cold out or nasty or something like that, whatever. The kids were using it more than I was. And then I just decided bring it up here in the gun room, and then I can use it to spray stuff off or quick hit a compressed air, or in this case CO2. Yeah, and it lasts forever, and I don't have to worry about the compressor coming on. I don't have to worry about electrical, blah 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 blah. It takes up nothing of room, and XYZ, all that fun stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna try and get back and finish cleaning this real quick, run a brush down through it, and put it all back together. But yeah, so before I put this back together, this is there you go, Resilient arms. I don't know if you can see that or not. So this is kind of a knockoff ambi charge handle for the Tippman. And I wanted this because, you know, it's 22, so dirty, nasty ammo. You do have failures. It is pretty common, and with especially rimfire, steel challenge. I mean, you're on the clock. Once the first round goes off, you're on the clock. So sometimes you got to recharge, and sometimes that's your, you know, your last chance, or you know that's you got to get that round in. So sometimes you have to recharge quickly. So that was one thing, and there's nothing wrong with the charging handle that comes on the Tippman. But if any of you were looking for a larger charging handle, or an ambi charging handle, check them out. Especially if you wanted something that looked like, you know, the other company. These are pretty cool. It's held up really, really well, and it's gotten a lot of use because I'm kind of a cheap bastard when it comes to ammo. So, all right, we're back. All right, got the bore all cleaned out. Ran a bore snake through there. Actually ran a brush through it on a rod, then ran the bore snake through it. So she's all cleaned out, clean as a whistle. Shout out Gunzilla. I don't like running a 22 very wet. That's just me. Dirty, super dirty. I think that running a lot of lube on them just causes more problems than it's worth. So I'll give it just a couple, and that's it. And then I think we'll shoot a couple rounds through it just for fun. Again, this has a Seymour red dot on it. Pretty sure it's still sighted in. It's been a while, but maybe just for fun, seeing as how it's studded for it, we'll throw the suppressor on, see if it's still the same point of contact, just for funsies. You know, not like it's never going to run it on there again, but yeah, hang tight. Okay, so there it is, which is hilarious because literally that costs more than that entire rifle. But that's why I got it, because I can use it on a bunch of other stuff. But yeah, let's try it and see if it cycles okay. Haven't tried it yet, so give me just a second. Let me set up. So this is 5 rounds of CCI suppressor 22 long rifle. I don't even know if this will function. It seems like it's worked out of all the other semi-autos that I've fired it out of. I don't know if I've ever tried it out of this gun. I think it'll work. Hopefully with the back, and there's not much back pressure because this is the 30 caliber can. But we got the test range right over here, so I'll kind of get you sort of kind of positioned, and then yeah, judge for yourselves. All right, 5 quick shots down on target. Cycle perfect. All right. Just 5 quick shots, no big deal. Yeah, seems good. It's about 30 yards, just 8 MOA red dot, all good. Well, that's pretty cool. Yeah, all worked out well. All cleaned, ready for action. I do have a scope I could throw on this and start trying for groups. The weather's starting to turn here, so whatever. But hey, thanks for hanging out, guys. Talk to you later.